Hi folks, welcome to MTS. Recently, I picked up a pair of MTH EMD locomotives with the best offer on eBay. The two engines are an EMD Burlington Northern GP30, number MT-2067LP, and an EMD demo model for the SD45, model number MT2107LP. In the previous video, we did a repair of the Burlington Northern GP30 and fixed the weird buzzing noise by swapping out the bottom board of the Proto Sounds board set. Then ran some laps on the layout with some Lionel Burlington Northern boxcars and caboose. Today, we're going to get into the EMD demo model for the SD45. This model has Proto Sounds and has a fan-driven smoke unit. Based on the eBay listing description, we know it doesn't have a battery and operates in forward, neutral, and reverse, and the lights work. Doing a quick visual inspection, I'm thinking mechanically and electronically, this should just need a little light maintenance to get it up and going. We'll start by getting it over to the workbench and removing the shell. Back over here at the workbench, just doing a quick visual inspection. Everything looks pretty good. Now I do see, if you look inside the mirror, you can see our little engineer in there. He's all over the place, so we'll get that re-secured just using some super glue. Looking at the bottom of the unit, got a little bit of play in this side truck side assembly on the back. So after we remove the shell, we'll actually remove this truck assembly and tighten that down. I believe there's just like two screws that hold that truck assembly in place, so, and it's just gotten a little loose there. So we'll get that tightened down. Just like the Burlington Northern, this one's missing some screws. And when I unpackaged or unboxed this unit, there was a screw and then a piece of one of the
screw
hold that in place. Anyway, I already recognize that's going to be right here on the front corner. So I'll see if we can do something with that. If not, we'll just figure something else out. So again, two screws in the front. We have two screws in the middle. However, one's already been removed for us. And then the two screws on the back of the unit. Actually, this one feels like that's been broken as well, so we're just going to go ahead and go to the back of the unit. Oh, or not. Okay, that's actually all one assembly. There we go. Again, we're just going to go ahead and remove these two plugs on the outside of the unit. I'm seeing something pretty exciting too. I'll show you guys here in just a minute, but you may have already just seen it. There we go. So now we got those unplugged. Put them over to the side. Also, you need to note, this is directional lighting. So the wires that go into each plug are the front and the rear. So we just needed to note that the black goes to the rear and it was on this side. The white was to the front lights and that goes on this side. Do you all see what I was kind of excited about? This unit already has a BCR that was installed March 29th of 2008. That's cool. Be sure to label your dates on these when you put them in, just kind of like when you're doing an oil change. It does have a random wire tie in there. Okay. So that makes me feel really good about this unit. Smoke unit works, or had worked at one time, because it definitely has that smoke residues. It's kind of going through it here. Everything looks good though. I'm doing a quick sniff test on the electronics, not detecting any kind of electronic issues. Which one had the rear truck assembly that was loose? Okay, it's this one. Oh, it's actually missing the screw, folks. I can actually see it in here. Okay, well I will have to find an extra screw. Let's go ahead and start with that. This makes me feel really good. This, being that it already has the BCR in it, not only saves me, I think it's like $25 after shipping and everything for a single BCR. So it also looks pretty good. It's got, like I said, here's that broken piece that was on the inside. We'll remove that and see if we can put some liquid weld to get that back together. Also on the front, you can see that housing here is broken as well. And this is the piece that went with it. So I'll try to do some liquid weld on that as well and just see if we can't make that where at least it holds the screw in place without, I probably won't tighten it down. Looks like these had broken at one time too, so I'm wondering if we may just look for some longer screws. Oh, okay, never mind. I can see already. So yeah, all of these are broken. So instead of using the factory screws, I'm going to see if I can find a similar screw head, maybe that's a little bit longer, and then that way we don't have to, we'll have a secure fitting without having to do anything wacky on that. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the truck assembly. To remove the truck assembly, there's a single screw on the bottom. And I'm not, no, okay. I'll just lift that up. It is still connected with the wire, so you want to be kind of careful with that. But here, let me zoom you in, you can see where that is actually missing the screw. I've got a bunch of like random MTH screws over here. We're going to just re-grease while we're in here as well. Just put some, just a fresh coat of grease in here and find a new screw for that to hold that in place, and then we'll just put this back together. Okay, I was able to find a replacement screw. This is the one that we actually pulled out of this side over here just to make sure I could find one. I found a similar thread and length, however the head size is just a little bit different, but I think it'll still work for our application. So we'll go ahead and reposition the first screw I took out. And I'm just going to get a different screwdriver and see if this works for us. It's too small. Okay, I found this screw, but it's a little longer. Let me see if that's going to work. that'll work. Okay, great. And again, we're just going to put some fresh grease on the worm gear in here. And we'll put this back together. Here we go, just using some all-purpose grease here. There we go. Let's go ahead and put that back together. We'll flip it back up on its top. I think this goes in the bottom here. There we go. Just a little locking washer there. Okay, got that secure. We're just going to turn the flywheel, make sure no binding, everything is moving like it's supposed to, so we're good on that. And I'm going to do the same with the front, and just put in some fresh grease on that worm gear. So just real quick, I'm going to remove this broken piece and that screw just to get that out of the way. I'm just going to take a pair of pliers, just kind of put a gentle squeeze on it, just enough of a grip to where it keeps it from spinning. There we go. All right. And then we've got our engineer figure as well. And it looks like that just glues into the side. Yeah, you can see on one side it actually has the wire, so we know it doesn't go there. But on this side, you can see there's a cutout or two separate pieces for the window. He's just going to go right there. So we'll just put a little super glue on there and get that back together. Okay, so while our engineer is drying, we will go ahead and take this over to the train layout, fire it up, and see what we got. All right, folks, back over here at the layout. Let's go ahead and apply some power. We'll see, make sure everything's working out here. I am going to go ahead and put a little smoke fluid in there just to make sure we're not burning anything up. And I'll set the microphone over here to the side so you guys can hear what I'm hearing. Wow, that's great. As you can see, smoke unit works just fine. BCR is doing what it's supposed to do. I let it charge for about a minute before getting it into forward. That's just recommended by the manufacturer of the BCR. This is great. Quick fix on this one. Just some quick maintenance, and got a really beautiful locomotive, and super excited. There's a little extra bonus with the BCR that's intact here. That's just great. All right, we'll get it back over to the workbench. I'm going to get the shell put back on it. We've already got the engineer figure fixed on that. Yeah, bring it back to the layout. We'll run some trains for a little while. All right, folks, got it all back together and got some scale rolling stock for it to pull as well. Let's fire it up, get it running around the layout. Well, there you have it, folks. Part 2 of 2 videos going through the pair of EMD diesels I got off of eBay. Wow, got lucky on that SD45. And how about that BCR? Just had to do some general maintenance and a few fixes on the shell of the SD45. And now, showing both of these trains running on the layout. They look really, really good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you down the line.